Attention, please.
Later.
We're going to wait a few more minutes. One of the commissioners is on his way, Mr. Phillips, and we're going to give him a couple more minutes if it's okay with y'all. And if it's not, it doesn't matter. But I did ask. First of all, welcome to the Planning Commission. And with that, would you call the roll?
Banks. Here. Foster. Here. Pierce.
Here.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Chambers.
Present.
Phillips. Wallace. Blasco.
Here.
Chairman White.
Here.
Move to excuse those not present.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. As far as administration, we just have a couple little things. If everybody would make sure their phones turn to silent, please. And then the second thing is, since we've got a large group today, when you come to the podium, be sure and state your name and your address, okay? And your real address. And then the last thing is, when you come to the podium, if you could limit it to 3 minutes today, which is on the rules in the back, if you would, please. So with that, yes.
One item, reminder, next month's Planning Commission meeting is a week later because of Veterans Day. So
Okay.
it's the third Tuesday.
Okay.
So we're not going to meet on Veterans Day, so it'll be the week after.
Okay.
Because.
Veterans Day. All right, so with that, the first item is a conditional use.
Point of order, Mr.
Oh,
Chairman.
sorry.
Approval of minutes.
Oh, I thought I did that. I'm sorry. Could we have a motion to approve the minutes if you've had time to read them?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Now can I start?
Oh, you got it.
All right. Item number 1, conditional use 2025-09, a conditional to use an accessory dwelling unit in an R2 zoning district. Is the applicant here? Would you come to the podium, please? This is at 406 West 5th Street in North Little Rock. If you could, again, state your name and your address.
Carrie Welch, 406 West 5th Street, North Little Rock.
Sean Welch, 406 West Fifth Street.
And what are you wanting to do?
We are wanting to do a two-car garage apartment.
Okay? And they have to have a conditional use for that?
The ordinance requires accessory dwelling units to be approved as a conditional use, and there are conditions which are included in the agenda that are included in the ordinance to allow for an accessory dwelling unit. So yes, they do have to have
Okay.
for this particular use.
And have you read the conditions?
Yes, sir.
And do you agree with them?
Yes.
Okay. Any comments from the commissioners?
Point of information. Oh, Commissioner Pierce received notice. We have properties within 200 feet of this application. Are we allowed to vote?
I'm not sure in terms of, I'm not sure about the. I'm not sure why you would not be able to vote. So is there a reason why they would not be able to vote because they received notice? They live within 200 feet of
Where they
the.
live, I don't think they're make a financial gain from a neighbor rezoning their property, so.
Right.
I don't think there's a.
Yeah,
reason.
I would think that unless you do have there's some type of interest that you have, or you're going to receive some benefit or something like that, I don't know any reason why you would abstain or pass or
Would
whatever.
would that include an instance if I was the abutting neighbor?
But you're not.
But you're not, are you?
Okay, so unless I share the property financially with them, then I have no
Yeah,
interest.
I mean, if you had
Okay.
some interest there.
I wanted to know where the line was.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
But
thank you.
But you are allowed to abstain if you feel that you should. All right, do we have any comments from the audience on this? Okay, with that, would you call
Yeah,
the,
the commissioners have
Mr.
questions.
Chairman,
oh, you didn't
Yeah.
say anything.
I've noticed on the survey we received, it also indicates the location of your new development, that the alley, part of that alley has been vacated or closed. You know, what do you plan on doing the alley? I guess, I guess you're going to connect back into Willow Street?
Well, actually, the alley is used by the apartment complex that's directly behind us. So it's in use. I don't know why it says that it's not.
It's an open alley.
Okay. Well, it looks
drive
like
it.
your property goes halfway into the alley, so I guess.
Right.
Okay, well, that's your business. Thank you.
Do we have any other comments from the commission? Mr. Chambers?
This is for staff. Item 11, does that mean that the accessory dwelling unit will not be separately metered?
That's correct.
Okay. Any other comments from anyone? With that, would you call the roll? And wait for Junior.
Banks,
Yes.
Foster,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Chambers.
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips, would you like to abstain on this one? Yeah, that'd be fine. Okay. And Commissioner Blasco?
Yes.
And Chairman White?
It did pass. If you'll get with Donna later, she'll tell you what to do next.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the next one is a special use to allow an event center at 115 West Broadway, North Little Rock, Arkansas. Is the applicant present?
I'm sorry, this one needs to be postponed for lack of notice.
Okay. May I entertain a motion?
Move to postpone 1 month.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. All right. 2025-18. This is a special use to allow an event center in a I-1 zoning district. Is the applicant here? And this is it.
Hi, my name is Whitney Dobbins, 5313 McClernand Drive, Suite G1 and G2. My business is Girly Girls Mobile Spa and more. So we currently host spa parties, spa events, and community and family style services. So.
Okay. All right. Do we have any comments from the commissioners? Do we have any comments from the audience? With that, would you call the roll?
Banks?
Yes.
Foster?
Yes.
Pierce?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Chambers?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Blasco?
Yes.
And Chairman White.
Yes, it did pass. If you'll get with Ms. James later on, she'll tell you what to do next. Thank you very much. All right, item number 4 is a rezone 2025-18, a rezoning of an I-2 to a C3 to allow a medical clinic at 7785 North Shore Place in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Is the applicant here?
Yes, sir. Brian Dale with Joe White and Associates, 25 Rawlings Circle, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Thank you very much. Tell me what you are thinking.
Ortho, Arkansas would like to relocate to North Little Rock to the North Shore Business Park. They have purchased this land and would like to construct a 48,000 square foot medical facility.
Okay. Do we have any questions from the commissioners first? Do you have any comments from the audience? Yes, sir. Would you come to the podium and state your name and address?
Ron Harris, 6309 Southwind Drive, North Little Rock. I'm also the council member for the Ward 3. I represent North Shore Business Park. And so when this came to us, we heard some questions about traffic congestion again come up, and so I took this as a kind of opportunity to kind of raise the flag a little bit and say, you know what, it's time for us to look at this again. And that's when I found out about Metro Plan and maybe some grant applications, and then also maybe it's Brian who came up with the idea, but we're having a meeting tomorrow with the Pulaski County School District people about maybe redirecting some traffic to drop off kids down Cook's Landing Road and circle back around and drop them off at the school and then circle out, and the principals are very happy. So anyway, I'm just here in support of the park moving forward with Ortho, because I think we're going to have some improvement in there. And so anyway, I'm very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gene Pfeiffer, 16300 Cantrell, Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm the developer of North Shore Business Park. Ortho has done a great job of meeting the bill of assurance through the first steps, which is the site plan. I'm sure they're going to present a great plan for their building. They are a wonderful asset for the business park. They're a wonderful asset for North Shore and for North Little Rock. But most important, this project is a great indicator of whether or not the city of North Little Rock is business friendly and welcoming. And since August the 7th, when this was originally written up, it has appeared that North Little Rock was not ready to be business friendly in this instance. And I would request in the future, I'll say let me say something about the past. For 25 years, I've had a wonderful relationship with Robert Voiles and with Sean Spencer. They hadn't rubber stamped everything I've come up with, but they have always been cooperative in working through problems. I develop in Little Rock and Maumelle, and I've always said North Little Rock's the place to develop. North Little Rock Planning Department is friendly. In this instance, it would have been much better with these restrictions that were placed on August the 7th and have been floating around for 2 months and 5 days if those issues had come up before the applicant and me behind the scenes and let us work on it for a while before such a damaging report was put out. The report that went out and was a part of the minutes sounds like North Shore Business Park has a moratorium on development and North Little Rock is not ready to receive it. So that's just a request of Sean, something like this comes up in the future.
Okay.
I have another question. The last sentence of the rezoning request recommends that the rezoning be approved provided that the conditions of the site plan approval are met. This piece of property was put together from 2 different owners with 2 different zonings on it. And I've always thought that an owner buying such a deal, property with 2 different zonings and putting it together, had the privilege of rezoning it to straighten that out, whether or not he had any future plans at all. So I question why that provision was in there. I think this is going to pass without it, but I just question if it was necessary to make the rezoning conditioned upon approval of the site plan, as I've never seen anything like that before in an instance where an owner is trying to cure 2 different zonings in a piece of property that he's put together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Mr. Spencer, could you answer that question?
Yes. And as that last sentence says, staff is supportive. So there are no conditions we have put on this rezoning. It's just saying staff is supportive of the rezoning based on the site plan review.
Okay, so there's
there's no conditions.
There's no
applied
conditions.
conditions, no nothing there, so.
in the chief of fire approved it as well?
But we received from him, today's his day off, or he'd be here.
Okay.
But he has stated that they've worked out the deal for the fire part issue on this lot. So North Shore still has an issue of a second entrance for fire, but that, for this property and for this plan, it's not, it's been solved.
It's been solved?
Yeah.
And Ron, would you come back to the podium, please? So you feel pretty comfortable with the Pulaski County School District that they're going to work with you on the traffic flow?
Yes, sir. We're going to have a nice discussion at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be able to answer that better to you at 11.
Okay.
But anyway.
The one thing that I would recommend with the street department is to get with the street department on the proper signage, on where to turn, have the blinking lights, the blinking stop signs, all of that kind of stuff, just like they did at Indian Hills.
Kenny's
and
going to be
LA.
at the meeting too, so.
Yeah, and so I think that would be something that make sure we do on the front end.
Right.
I live by Lakewood Elementary, and we finally got all these signs. Not everybody follows the rules, but for the most part, the signs have helped, so I just recommend that you do that. And thank you very much.
Okay,
For
thank you.
answering the question. Sir, do you have any other questions? Okay. Commissioners, do y'all have any questions?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I don't know if Mr. Pfeiffer, or you can answer the question, but
Mr. Pfeiffer, would you come back to the podium, please? Thank you, sir.
good evening. So the development of the ortho development there is going to have a second, I guess, egress out the back of the property onto Young Road, and then it'll tie back into North Shore Drive there. Is that correct? That's going to be a part of this development?
Yes, their site plan shows that.
Okay.
And their site plan has been approved under our bill of assurance, and I believe that Sean and the staff and the city are about ready to approve that site plan here. I certainly hope so.
Will there be any improvements to Young Road?
No.
Okay. I guess if it meets fire marshal's requirements for fire apparatus?
No, but I've had a 41-minute conversation with the fire marshal today.
Okay.
It was a very amicable, productive conversation in which I learned that the fire marshal is not concerned about emergency ingress and egress for fire equipment. He is concerned about the overall traffic problem, and he's not insisting upon some temporary ingress and egress for fire equipment. He is holding out for a full-blown second entrance to the business park, something that we've talked about several times over the last 15, 20 years, which is, as I told him, it is a 2 or 3 year deal involving everybody in the business park. It goes through a piece of city, the longest portion of such an entrance goes on city property around the back of my mountain. It crosses the Chandler property, and the Chandler have never been cooperative on anything regarding the master street plan in that area. So it's a 2 or 3 year project of trying to get a whole lot of people lined up, and then it's a $2 or $3 million project. So I compliment our councilman, Ron Harris, who is looking into making it at least partially some kind of a granted a project subject to grant, and that's being worked on.
It is I know it's the indication that I've gotten that the traffic study is going to be done sometime next week. It's also my understanding that traffic study is going to address the long-term issue, like you mentioned, about 2 permanent, separate entrance and exits out of that development. Is that correct?
That's what we hope that it addresses.
Okay.
But since you've asked, I think that everybody needs to know the obvious, and that is that 80 or 90% of the people leaving the business park either want to go to Maumelle, which means going through the traffic signal at 4:30, or they want to go back to Little Rock, which means going through the traffic signal at 4:30, and that we could have a second, third, or fourth entrance to the business park, all dumping traffic onto Crystal Hill Road. And if they all are backed up at the traffic light at 4:30, they will still back up down into the business park. So this city is facing a problem with RDOT over the fact that the loop, the normal loop on an interstate, the northeast loop was not built out of consideration for the church that's on that property, and we don't have that movement, and that's probably what the traffic study is going to show.
Okay, good.
And
Yeah.
since I briefly have the floor, let me also compliment Ron. Okay, this won't take but a second. What he's working on with Pulaski County School District, I don't know if you recognize it or not, but twice a day there is a huge stack on North Shore Drive, which actually takes North Shore Drive into a parking lot for the period of time that the patrons are dropping off their kids and picking them up. That parking lot, that stack is a major contributor to the congestion that the fire chief and everybody else is concerned about. And what he's working on is addressing that stack by putting the stack on Cook's Landing Road. And so we would like to have the full support of the city in trying to get Pulaski County to help us do that. And I compliment Ron and Brian Dale, who came up with the concept. So we need everybody's support to help that happen because of that stack. Thank you.
Call the question.
Oh, hang on one second. Do we have any comments from the audience? Okay, with that, we have a second call. Will you please call the roll?
Banks,
Yes.
Foster,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Chambers,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Blasco,
Yes.
and Chairman White.
Yes. It did pass. You're welcome. All right.
Next item is item 5, SD 2025-38, North Shore Business Park, Lot 4RR, Block 2, site plan review to allow construction of a medical clinic at 7785 North Shore Drive. The applicant was present, agreed to items 1 through 11 in subsections, and the Design Review Committee recommends approval.
We have a motion
No, sir. Number one was not on the list at the DRC meeting. It was added after the DRC meeting, and there's a portion of the statement on number one that we do not agree with. No, we're doing the traffic study, and we sent the preliminary findings to the city engineer this morning. The traffic study will be completed by this Friday, and we will forward it. However, the end of that statement says that the North Little Rock Fire Marshal and the city engineer have to determine it's safe and adequate access. So if it's not, is Ortho being responsible to fix this problem?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, what about the city engineer portion?
His letter's waiting on for the traffic study for him to make the decision.
Okay.
Well,
City engineer says no.
then we would have to figure out where the second entrance is or how to provide that adequate access.
Get discussion between the developer and the city engineer.
Correct.
And I believe this is what Alderman Harris has been working on, and he's put a lot of time into this that we really appreciate. It's just this comment number one was added after the DRC meeting.
Uh-huh. I'm stuck.
Well, I don't know that, I don't know that the addition of that particular wording should be a big concern simply because I think that's a given, that the city engineer would have that kind of qualification on whether the safety and the adequate access, they're going to make that decision. I mean, that's just a given from in being the city engineer. So the fact that it was put in there is just simply emphasizing it for everyone to know about, but it's not it's not a term, in my opinion, it's not a term that changes anything because the city engineer makes those decisions.
I don't know that we're going to agree to it the way it's written. So can either can it be struck or can the end of number one be rewritten since we didn't have the time to review it?
If we're going to be rewriting something, then I think you need to pull it and deal with it at the next meeting, because that's something that I think the city engineer would need to be weighing in on.
Is that gonna hurt your project?
Yeah.
Chairman White, Vandy.
Mr. Foster. Hang on one second.
Oh, sure. Okay, can we vote on everything and leave one to staff?
I would imagine we can vote on everything, but the other question is, can we amend just a full statement on number one, since the fire marshal has already approved it?
Well, that too, either way.
I'm asking the city attorney. We can do that. And before we do that,
Well, I think we may be getting a, cart before the horse, because it looks like to me a lot of these questions will be answered with the traffic study that's, I understand, will be finished by or submitted by this sometime next week.
It should be completed by this Friday, according to the email we got this morning. So all the counts have been done, all the analysis has been done. There was a general statement that was emailed to David Cook earlier today. It was just a summary of the analysis. And there is an issue at the intersection, and I believe everybody knows that. It's not functioning at a proper level. So if it's not functioning at a proper level, Alderman Harris, and as Mr. Pfeiffer stated, it's a $2 to $3 million fix. Is that going to fall on the responsibility of this client because they came in at this time and this statement was put on their approval? Because if it is, that's not a number they can swallow. Are they willing to help? Yes. Are they willing to be a good steward? Are they willing to go and do things and help? Absolutely. But they can't swallow a $2 to $3 million number on this project.
Ron Harris, 6309 Southland Drive. That's one of the reasons that I was kind of involved in this, is because it sounded like a thou shalt, and I just wanted them to know in my communication with city engineering, fire marshal and everything, there has been issues relaxed, particularly ortho. Let's move forward with this. Let's let this be the signal flare to fix things, and that's why I'm involved in it.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Excuse me, the rezoning would, this part does not.
I'm going to entertain a motion because of kind of what Mr. Pfeiffer said a minute ago. I'm going to entertain a motion that we eliminate number one on that. And if the city attorney comes in or the city engineer comes in and says, this ain't going to work, then that's up to the city council to approve the previous anyway. Would that be right? Do I have the right to entertain a motion to eliminate the statement on number one?
Right.
The planning commission can eliminate any statement that they're wanting to, so, but I just want to point out that if the traffic study says it's not safe, then are you willing to allow this building to be built when the traffic study says it's not safe?
Well, city council still has to approve what we just did, and that stops it anyway.
The rezoning.
The rezoning.
Yeah.
But that would stop it anyway. So if they felt like that it was unsafe, then that's their responsibility to.
The rezoning doesn't have any conditions placed on it.
Yeah, I understand that, but they don't have to vote for the rezoning. They can vote against it without any, to stop the whole project, because the city engineer, it sounds like we got the cart in front of the horse on this whole meeting. But like Mr. Pfeiffer said, it's been going on for months, and Mr. Harris said.
If the traffic study had been done by now,
we could move on.
Yeah, we'd have the answer and everything.
And I wish the city engineer was here so he could give us his comment, but he's not here.
We don't have the study yet, so there's nothing.
I know, but he would say, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's the reason, Mr. Chair, that it would probably be appropriate to delay and allow the city engineer to get have the benefit of the of the report.
Right.
And
I understand that, but that's another 30 days on them. So do I have the right to call a special meeting? I think we did that one time before.
Yes.
Would you have a problem with that?
No, I guess not. I mean, we've been delayed once already.
Yeah.
While we were trying to work this out, so I mean.
But we're not going to delay it 30 days. Okay, you have my word on that. And so as soon as the city engineer gets what he needs, then I'd like to call a special meeting with the commissioners.
Again, you're welcome to change any of these at any time.
Right.
That's up to the commission.
But it makes sense if we can change it,
yeah.
if we can delay it for a week, which I don't think is going to kill everybody, but not 2 weeks or 30 days, then I think you can live with it, we can live with it, Mr. Pfeiffer can live with it, Don can live with it, so.
Or, I mean, excuse me, we could change it to say something with the city engineer's approval of the traffic study, or something where it leaves it where we can continue and not have another meeting.
I'm entertaining a motion.
I move
Mr. Chambers, I'll call on you.
that we delay consideration of item 5, SD 2025-38, North Shore Business Park, Lot 4RR, Block 2, site plan review until we can get the opinion of the city engineer, at which time the chairman may call a special meeting to approve it.
I have a motion. I have a motion and a second. I would like this to be roll call, please. Hang on one second. Is this important before we vote? Yes. Okay. You have to come to the front, but you're not going to win either way. I said, I don't think you're going to win either way because this is a safety issue and we have to have it. And this probably should have been done before we walked in the door today.
The wording of paragraph 1 clearly ties it to the issuance of a building permit. I would submit that you probably have the power to give site plan approval under this application and allow the applicant to continue his planning. And when he comes in with his complete plan seeking a building permit, you can then deal with this issue, and that would allow you to pass this matter and approve it today.
Thank you, Mr. Pfeiffer. Mr. Spencer?
Yeah, this has, you guys could vote on it. It's tied to the building permit, which would be, if they haven't started, I'm not sure if you've done the construction documents or anything, but that's another 2 months away or something. So that, you could vote on it the way, the way it is now. It's still going to be a couple months before a building permit's issued. And in that time, city council gets a vote on it and everything. So it's, again, it's 50-50 what you guys are wanting to do.
I'd like to know what you would like to do.
We would be okay with that. I guess I just want to be on the record or have some flexibility with number 1, that Ortho is willing to be a good steward, a great neighbor, but they don't have $3 million in the budget to build a road. So if the city's looking for them to do that, they can't do that.
And we'll pass that on to the city engineer and also.
You know what? I would recommend that we go ahead and postpone this to our next meeting. And the reason I'm saying that is we're going to get this report into this week, but I think, $3 million, you're right. It's going to be hard for whoever's going to swallow it. But if we don't resolve that now, that can just gets kicked one more time. And I think there's a lot needs to be done to resolve this instead of kicking the can down the road again, because, we don't know what the report's going to say. And there's other issues that I think the ones that Mr. Harris brought up helps, solve some of that, but it's still a big problem with that intersection there. And how we're going to get traffic out of that intersection, it's a mess. So I'd rather it be postponed and come back to us with the results of that traffic study, and maybe they'll have some alternatives to solve our problem. Or maybe the engineer, you could get together with, whoever needs to be in that meeting and resolve this, how that's going to be done.
So
Which affects the long-term, big picture there.
Everybody hang on one second. Okay, we do have a motion and we have a second on the floor to postpone it, but to also allow me to call for a special meeting once we get the report, which is basically what you're saying. It's just that we're not waiting till our next meeting. I'm allowed to call a special meeting. So that's what we're voting on.
I just want to point out, my motion said you may call a special meeting.
Yeah, I know.
You may not.
But I will. Okay? Might as well get that out of the way. I've already given him my word. So we're basically doing it, but we're just going to do it a little bit faster than what? Will we have to come to the meeting in here, or can we do a
We can use it as an opportunity to meet at our new special place that Mr. Foster wants to try. So.
Okay,
Can I throw out another possibility?
Well, let's do this first. I'm sorry on the possibility, but there is a motion and a second on the floor, okay? So would you roll call it first?
City attorney.
What I'm saying is that you can do that by telephone if that's going to be how it works for everyone. You don't have to have a in-person special call.
That even makes it better.
Pardon?
That even makes it better.
And also, you can have a special call meeting whenever you see fit to have one. You have business to take care of. You don't have to have permission to do that.
Right.
All right, Mr. Banks, is this on the subject of delaying it? Because we have a motion and a second on the floor that we need to vote on unless this is to delay it or not do it.
So I don't know about whether this is on regarding delaying it or not, but what I'm confused with is we're emphasizing item number 1 on here, but item number 9C to me is worse than number 1. So I'm not understanding
Well, the fire marshal has already approved it. We have a letter from him. So
But
he's
his
on
comment
board.
is still here.
Do what?
His comment is still on the here.
We just got the note, when, today from the fire marshal? Today from the fire marshal. So that one's already been met. Right? Am I correct?
Well, I mean, I saw the note from the fire marshal, which basically contradicts 9C.
Nine, yes.
So evidently, a decision was made recently.
Yeah.
As
I
in
mean,
the last.
this went out a week and a half ago.
Okay,
So I
so
mean, it
that's-
was printed 10 days ago.
So this would
week
not
ago.
be effective, seeing that
When you call a
we've
special
got-
meeting, that won't be it long.
Okay.
It's in, you know,
Remember?
Before you vote, there's just one other option here is you could vote on it as it is. It's got, the rezoning has got to go to city council.
Yes.
And they have the ability to appeal, ask for an appeal of any decision the planning commission makes. And so they could ask the city council to remove item number 1 at city council
Yes, that's true.
at that time. But by the time the next city council happens, we'll have the study already done and it may be a non-issue.
Okay.
So sorry
First
to
off,
confuse, add more
that's
confusion.
That's okay. So here's what we're going to do to keep this in order, okay? We're going to decide if we're going to delay it first. And then if we decide not to delay it, then we'll entertain a motion on what Mr. Spencer said. But we're going to follow the rules, okay? So the city attorney's happy. All right. So what we're going to do is we're voting on the motion to delay it, okay, until after we get the traffic report. And after we get the traffic report, then I will have the option to call a special meeting to vote on it with the proper wording on it, okay? That's what we're looking at here. And then if that votes down, then we'll entertain a motion. But this needs to move on. I mean, we're just beating the heck out of this horse.
Excuse me, but what I heard you say is that you could vote on the site plan right
No,
now.
That's what he said, but we have a motion on the floor that
Well,
we've
the
got to
motion
take care
can
of
be
first.
withdrawn if Mr. Chambers would withdraw it, and then there could be another motion to approve or not to approve. So it depends on what you want to do.
I'm against delaying it. Why don't we delay it?
Based on the discussion that's taking place right now,
Totally up
does
to you.
Mr. Chambers want to withdraw his motion for a delay and allow the commission to vote on the site plan as we have it here?
Okay?
My position is, with the information from staff, is that we're 2 months away from even applying for building permit. And the first comment in item 1 is building permits will be issued. And we're 2 months away from that, at least. So I see no reason why we can't go on and approve this. And if the applicant doesn't like any,
But you got to rescind your motion.
if the applicant doesn't like any part of this, he can ask the city council to take it out.
But you have to
Within that 2
rescind,
months.
You
ask
just
to
need to
rescind your
withdraw your-
motion
I will
first.
rescind my motion.
And about the
Ms. Pierce would
second.
rescind her
Second.
Okay, I mean, the person that did second, do you rescind?
That's
Okay, now we'll entertain the motion to approve this as it is.
Move to approve as submitted.
Second. Okay.
Okay, would you call the roll on this, please?
That'll work.
Banks,
Yes.
Foster,
No?
Pierce,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Chambers,
Yes?
Phillips,
Yes.
Glasgow,
Yes.
Chairman White.
Yes. Okay, this has been approved. I think you know what you have to do next.
We'll get to work.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a nice day. All right. Conditional use number 2025-11. It's a conditional use to use an outdoor storage of materials at 4545 West Bethany Road in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Is the applicant here?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to be here?
My name is Jacob White with Joe White and Associates.
Yes, sir.
25 Rawlings Circle, Little Rock, Arkansas. We are wanting to get a conditional use for outdoor storage for they'll be storing shingles, building products outside.
Have you completed your traffic study for the second?
You read the conditions? I know, I'm gonna let you go.
Yes, yes.
And you accept those?
We're all good, yep.
So with that, do we have any comments from the commissioners? Do we have any comments from the audience? Please call the roll.
Banks?
Yes.
Foster?
Yes.
Pierce?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Chambers?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Plasko?
Yes.
And Chairman White.
Yes. It passed. Mr. Chambers?
Item 7 is SD 2025-43, Arkansas Air Inc., Lot 1, site plan review for outdoor storage at 4545 West Bethany Road. The applicant was present, agreed that 1 through 11 in subsections, and the Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Any comments from the commissioners? Any comments from the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you.
All right, item 8 is rezone, 2025-21, it's rezoning from I-2 to R4 to allow construction of a multifamily located at 3500 block of Highway 265, North Rock, Arkansas.
Tony Burnett, 812 Parker Street, North Little Rock.
Dale Degg at 501 Cary Drive in North Little Rock.
All right, could you tell us what you would like to do?
We're wanting to do a multifamily, well, we're getting rezoned for multifamily apartments.
We rezoned that Lot 10 earlier this spring. We didn't quite have enough room, so we purchased Lot 9, and now we're rezoning Lot 9.
Any comments from the commissioners? Any comments from the audience? Yes, sir.
Jenkins.
My name is Steve Jenkins. I reside at 9725 Oakdale in Sherwood, Arkansas. Along with my family, I own Jenkins Enterprises, Jenkins Fixtures and Equipment, and JWJ Investments. Our business, Jenkins Fixtures and Equipment, is directly across the street from the property in question. And JWJ Investments owns the Market Plaza Industrial Center that's just north of that, which includes the property that adjoins the land that is currently zoned R4. I'm here to oppose the rezoning of this property from industrial to residential. And the reason is twofold. Number one, I'm a little bit surprised and disheartened to see that we would consider residential property an island in a sea of industrial and commercial property. As you all know from the intersection there, exit 157, the Proto Junction exit at I-30, north along Highway 161 all the way to at least Fairfax is completely industrial and commercial. There is an apartment complex on a cul-de-sac that comes in behind McCain Trading, but other than that, there is no residential that is facing Highway 161. I think that should be against the land use plan that we have for that area, and I think it would hurt property values in that area. It just seems like an odd turn of events to put residential, which is not a real intensive use, right in the middle of heavy commercial and industrial property facing Highway 161. Additionally, my second issue is, as you may be aware, we've seen some really rising crime rates in this area in recent months. We are, again, just north, not even a half a mile north of the intersection or the exit at the freeway there, at Proto Junction exit. We've seen a fair influx of homeless people coming up and down that street. Mr. Shirley, which owns McCain Trading, which is the pawn shop that's across the street from the property, has had 2 major burglaries in the last 6 months, which he said was more than he's had in the last 15 years. There is a large apartment complex behind that property, and they've changed their name 4 times over the course of the last several years. They change their name every time they have a major shooting there. This is just doesn't strike me as a great location for a residential property. There was an armed robbery in the Market Plaza industrial area just the other day. So for those 2 reasons, I'm here to oppose this. I would ask this commission to vote down this request for rezoning.
Thank you very much. But y'all do own the property to the right that we've already zoned R4, right? Yes. And you're just trying to make the project work?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Any comments from the commissioners? Any comments from the audience? Would you please call the roll?
Banks?
Yes.
Foster?
Yes.
Pierce?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Chambers?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Plasko?
Yes.
And Chairman White.
Yes, your item did pass. Ms. James. Mr. Chambers?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Item 9 is SD 2025-44 Interstate Industrial Park Edition, lots 9 and 10, replat and site plan review for future multifamily located in 3500 block of Highway 165. There should be Highway 161,
Yes, sir.
Highway 161. The applicant was present, agreed to items 1 through 13 in subsections. The Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments from commissioners? Any comments from the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It did pass. Thank you. Next item is item 2025-2022, a rezoning from R1, RU, and R5 to allow an and R4 to R5 to allow a construction of a new single-family subdivision. Location is Highway 165 and west of Cypress Crossing subdivision. Is the applicant here?
Yes, sir. Dustin Welch with Holloway Engineering, 200 Casey Drive, Maumelle. The project, single-family detached homes, smaller lots. This is a D.R. Horton development that's attempting to bring in a product they've had a good amount of success with around the Texas area and is really kind of aimed at providing a more obtainable house with the rising development and construction costs that we've seen. Even some of these tract builders' homes have kind of priced out a lot of people, and this is aimed at taking care of that. We got 246 lots proposed. The lot widths are 30 feet as a normal interior lot and 37 on corners to allow for side yard setbacks on those corners. And other than that, they're cottage-style homes. I'm pretty sure we sent a packet to planning that showed the typical home layout. Did we give that to y'all?
Think so.
Okay.
Any comments from the commissioners? Yes, Mr. Foster.
To the west of this piece of property, I don't know what that subdivision is, but it looks like it's fully developed there, at least when I drove out there a couple of weeks ago. Those houses seem to be a lot bigger than what you're proposing. And the houses look like, obviously, are bigger too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm having a hard time, shuffling in this 30-foot lots and the house sizes and property values and that kind of thing. I don't know how, I don't guess we have any objectors or anybody within 200 feet objected to this, but do we? Good. Anyhow, that's my comments. I'm very concerned about that.
So, speaking on the subdivision to the west, to the east of us, that's Cypress Crossing. One note I want to kind of point out on that before I go anything further towards home values and sizes and all that is our development does provide that long sought after secondary connection that the city's needed in that subdivision. So I do want to kind of point out that we do make that is a plus that this development will provide to that neighborhood. As far as home size, you're right, they do get smaller. The average lot size on this one, they have a range that they're looking at between 816 to about 1206 square foot. Their average will be closer to that 1,000 to 1,200 range. 3-bedroom, 2-bath is usually their average, unless someone wants that 2-bedroom. That's that big separation in square foot. From what their market index has shown, these will be about the $165 to $175 a square foot price range, which is pretty good on any construction on this scale. So I don't see it bringing down property values. This is pretty on par square foot price range with what you'd see on any other development currently like this, just on a larger square foot. So you're having a bit more building square foot, like footprint, but your dollar per square foot is pretty much the same. So there's not a big difference there as far as impact on existing and proposed home development. Now, this is all to be taken with a grain of salt because you can't predict the future, but that's just saying if you were to apply that, it's still going to have that same impact.
I hear what you're saying, but, you know, it's the perception I'm afraid of.
Sure.
It would have the effect.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Foster. Do I have anyone, which I think I do, would like to speak against this or for it? Would you come to the podium, please?
Good evening. My name is Stephen Hart, and I stay in Cypress Crossing. Address is 11005 Bodark Lane. I heard about this probably a week and a half ago, and some of the residents was concerned. We probably had about less than 20% of our residents that received a letter that this was getting ready to happen. Cypress Crossing, we have 88 lots, probably about 82 lots. We're a small community. We have one exit entrance. We spent over $25,000 on our entrance and exit. It's gated, no crime. We're a very close community. And to bring this community in next to us is not a problem as far as bringing a community in. It's a problem with bringing a community in that's not going to bring the value up. North Little Rock is a place that I've always lived in. Most of my family have lived there. My grandmother, first grandmother lived on Washington Avenue. My second grandmother was Glenview. So I have a lot of family within North Little Rock. So I moved my family to North Little Rock, built a home in this community, and to take it to R5, R5 states that it is a townhouse lot. Basically, it's no yard. And they use this cottage homes as a cover for shotgun house, basically one wall in between each home. So it's really no yard at all. And then to connect them to our community, which we have a homeowner association, we pay homeowner association dues every year. We maintain our gate, and like I said, we pay for that. We pay for that. So to have 200 plus homes with maybe at least two, you're bringing 500 more cars through our area. And what's so, if you go back and look at where they're trying to connect in at, they're connecting into the back part of the neighborhood. So those cars are driving all the way through our neighborhood to go in and out. We basically have no traffic. Like I said, it's very quiet. We don't have no problems. And we put the gate in for, raise it back up a little bit. We put our, thank you. Right there, that's the street that I live on, Bodark. That's the back of our community. So they would have to go north to go out. So now we're putting this wear and tear on our property that we have to maintain. So where's this money gonna come from these extra 500 to 600 cars going in and out? Now, the development that they had before this, it was a lot bigger homes. It was nicer. We didn't have no problem with it. The reason they had a problem with the development is they didn't have a second, the city council asked for them to have a second entrance and exit. They didn't want to spend the money to buy property west to make that second exit. So they went the cheap route and want to come through our neighborhood for that second exit and entrance. So I'm asking y'all, I don't want to move from where I'm at. I love the neighborhood. I love North Little Rock. But if this happens, I know myself plus others are looking to move because this will bring a lot of traffic through our neighborhood that we don't have to have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else?
Ed Williams. I live at 1705 Sweet Gum
lane. You go back to the first map. So we're at the bottom there. (1705) and 1704, actually. Are there any city engineers here? No, okay. Water. Earlier this year, we got some pretty heavy rain. The very end, there's a ditch. There's a ditch between my house and this 37 acres. And the tail end, the last 40 feet of that ditch washed out badly. And the city spent, I don't know, 50 grand repairing it. So they're asking to put in 37 acres of asphalt. 1 inch of rain on 37 acres, this astounded me, 1 million gallons. And where's that water going? Right in that ditch. And right there, it's going to be wiping out more of that land. Now, the ditch is owned, the drainage ditch is owned by the city. That's why they repaired it. But that's going to erode more of that ditch. 200 years ago, that area was the Arkansas River. You can look on any old map. Jones Cutoff Island. That was the Arkansas River. That area, the ground is unstable. Unstable. We've had several instances in our subdivision, Cypress Crossing, where sidewalks have collapsed. My neighbor has a 4 by 8 foot deep hole on his side of the yard he's trying to fill in. The area is unstable. The road, have you been on that road? Have you driven out to this area? Potholes. 2-lane blacktop. It's all with the passing, I shouldn't say a passing, well, it is a passing lane now. Turning lane, people pass on it. Not supposed to. A lot of potholes there. But why is that? It's not winter time, right? The land is unstable. And talk about traffic. How are these 500 cars going to get on the highway? Have you been out there in the morning or at 3 o'clock on? It's dangerous, very dangerous. People use that turn lane as a merge lane, which is illegal. But they have to wait and wait and wait, and they finally get disgusted. And they turn out in that turning lane and wait, so that they can merge. They're not supposed to do that. So are they going to put traffic lights in?
I can't speak for what they'll do.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay. We are gated, Stephen already mentioned, we're a gated community. And every once in a while, somebody forgets we're gated and they damage the gate and we have to get it. So if we allow this to happen, we've got potentially 500 cars coming through and damaging that gate, our gate. This young man talked about home values, and he was very accurate. We don't know what the future is going to hold. He said that. I don't know if you heard him say that, but he said that. We don't know. If you do the research about home values and these are essentially apartments. Let's be honest. These are apartments. If you put all these apartments in there, what's that going to do to our home values? We don't know. So why should we risk it? Why should we risk it? Somebody brought up here, look at if you compare our lot sizes to theirs, there's no comparison. No comparison. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sir, I'll let you rebuttal if you would like to, and then I'll call on y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. Guys, let's limit it to 3 minutes though, since we're basically you just need 2.
My name is Kedrick Dobbins. I reside at 1509 Sweet Gum Lane, North Little Rock. Been in the Cypress Crossing neighborhood for about the last 13 years. I grew up in Dixie, and everybody know Dixie at one point was full of crime. I'm in a safe environment be able to raise my kids in a safe environment. know all the little kids in our neighborhood. We're concerned about the traffic, concerned about the kids' safety, as well as our property values. So as a member of Cypress Crossing community, we would like to see bigger homes that's comparable to our homes instead of patio homes or townhouses, but this is looking to be. We would just ask that you guys please consider not to allow this to happen to our community, as we take pride in our community, and just thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Glenn King. I live at 11,000 Bodark Circle, right in the area there, right along the river. The main problem I see is the size of the houses and the size of this development. Now, there have been 2 past developments named, and they're getting worse and worse every time you put a development over there. The last one was gonna have houses, I think around 2,200 square feet, 2,500 square feet or so. And I think he's talking about 1,500 square feet. To put that many houses in that, our area is basically confined and restricted. In other words, you can't go any further back south there because of the river. And like they stated earlier, you have to head out of the front of the buildings. The streets are narrow, and 165 is actually a state highway that's not patrolled very well at all. It's not uncommon to see people running 85 miles per hour. And one of the worst things they did was put a center lane there for traffic. And I think what I'm seeing, this would mean that all of this traffic has to come out and go either east or west. With the developments of Amazon, I think the dollar store, the traffic has picked up over there tremendously. It is a hazard. I'm a retired, went back to work, Little Rock police officer. I've been a traffic cop before. And to see all of the traffic that this is going to bring and the house values, I think it would be a disservice and an injustice to us. We just ask for this committee to be fair in your considerations. I appreciate him having a development, but I can't see how it fit there with size and the traffic and the grief that it's going to bring to our area.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chambers. Oh, hang on. Go ahead. No.
I can ask this gentleman here. Yes, sir, you live in the neighborhood?
Wait, hang on.
Yes, I do.
The name and address.
Melvin Veazey, 11001 Cypress Crossing. And
just a quick question. There's been repeated references to a gated community. How does the gate function? You pull up and it opens?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you need a code to get in?
No code, sir.
Okay, so you pull up and the gate opens to come in, you pull up and the gate opens to go out?
Correct.
But the gate is closed?
Yes.
Got it, okay, thank you.
And my question is, if we get this here development, can we put another gate on the other end to keep our community as a gated community? Therefore, we can restrict the traffic going through. Because we also got a gated park. We don't want 10,000 people up into our park.
Right. I do not have the answer, but I'm sure the city attorney does.
Okay.
I would say you could have another gate if that's y'all's community and it's private community. So I would think that you would be allowed to have a gate.
The city attorney does not have an answer. I'd be happy to research that and get back to you. But I think if, I would think that planning would have some type of response to that, but I don't at the moment.
They're tricking me all day today.
Yeah, they're public streets, so they call it a gated community, but the gate opens for anybody. So they're public streets.
Yes. So the answer is you could put one up, but you probably wouldn't be able to be allowed a code without the city's approval.
Okay, thank you.
Is that the way they answer it? Okay. Thank you, sir. All right.
Thank you, Sean.
My name is Theodis Townsend. I live at 1701 Sweet Gum Lane. And this community would be in my backyard, literally. And right now, I have a problem with the city because you don't maintain your ditch. It's in bad shape, it's eroding like crazy.
It's not my ditch.
Well, it's your city. It's the city.
I'm just a volunteer,
It's eroding
but I'll be
away-
out there tomorrow with the shovel.
It's eroding away my backyard, and nobody's doing anything about it. And they come in there and they start developing that land, and like Ed said, we already had a problem at the end of that ditch, and that is very unstable land. And then security reasons, it would bring unsafety.
Yes, sir.
Because you putting that many houses on that side, you're gonna bring nothing but crime and traffic.
Yes, sir.
So for that reason, I would ask, hey, be considerate. Don't put it in your backyard and don't put it in mine. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You get 3 minutes to rebuttal.
I think I'm gonna need a little bit more than that, but a lot of those are good points, and they're points that we as engineers have to address through design. So as far as the no yards, the front yard is eliminated through these smaller lots, and the setback variance that we requested is part of that to allow these homes to be pushed further back on a front yard setback to allow parking to be outside the right-of-way. As far as side yards, they've got the same side yard setback that you'd see almost any other size development. It's 5 foot on the interior, 12 foot on exterior, like on the corner lots would have a 12-foot side yard, which is slightly smaller on a corner, but it's because it's a smaller lot and doesn't need any more. But the interior side yard setbacks are the exact same. As far as maintenance of those green spaces, I know that was kind of brought up on the existing subdivision. One of the benefits of D.R. Horton is that they require a bill of assurance set up with any of their developments. The beauty of those compared to older HOAs and POAs is they actually include sections to cover mowing and upkeeping of drainage and open areas. So those will be covered through that. While we're talking about the green space, one of the biggest issues with that large concrete lined ditch that runs along the west side of the existing subdivision is it gets overtaken with all kinds of growth, slows down that water too much, and it can't get out of there quick enough, and it does flood. Now, that being said, when it's properly maintained, which it often isn't, it does flow properly, it has adequate capacity. With this development, through that increased property owners there and POA, you actually would have more power to actually get in there and mow that. The city frequently struggles getting that maintained because there's no clear, not the city, not y'all, I'm just saying from my
Oh,
experience
no, I
working with the
understand. I
city.
wasn't talking to you.
The reason that doesn't get cleaned out is because there's no clear definition of who's supposed to do it. Is it streets? Is it the property owners association? So that doesn't happen. The D.R. Horton development would take care of that by creating someone specifically to mow that and funds to take care of that. So while we can't take care of the whole thing, we can at least take care of that bottom section where this development happens.
Okay.
As far as traffic and, the access there, we are happy not to make that connection at all, aside from a secondary access point with a gated, locked aux box that only the fire department has a key to. That's how we originally showed it. It was at the request of the city to make that a full connection, to give both developments a place to go in the event that they needed to, or if traffic's backed up in either one. We're happy to eliminate that connection and go back to a locked connection. They wouldn't have access to it, nor these new residents, the fire department would. They would be the only ones to have that. As far as drainage itself, most of our drainage will run through those open spaces you see kind of is the green delineated between the tan that runs to the river. Only a small fraction of these lots will actually send drainage to that ditch at all. You can see that cul-de-sac there. It will send the backyards of those lots to that ditch, a portion of that open space, and the side yards of those two that make the connection to where we're saying a secondary access would be. That's the only drainage that goes the direction. Everything else goes straight to the river, which I think we all can agree has adequate capacity to handle that. That's most of the comments as far as, traffic, drainage, maintenance, and all this. This development, the size of these is based on what a builder and developer has done a market study to see what can go there. The reason a lot of these are decreasing in size is because the increased and inflated development and construction cost has killed a lot of these on absorption rate and interest rates right now. You just can't make that happen. There's a good chance that if we have to maintain a lot at an R1 size, it just won't happen. meaning that secondary access that the city needs there won't happen. Giving an ability to clean out that ditch through POA dues and an actual established POA with that in it won't happen. There's a lot of positives that could happen through this that won't happen.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, any other comments from the commissioners? Mr. Foster?
Would you address his comment he made about going ahead and putting a controlled access gate between the two communities?
If that's what everybody's wanting, I mean, yeah, it would be, it'd just be a fire gate basically with a Knox box on it. And that was the original, the one before this that we saw 8 months ago, maybe a year ago. That was the plan, was to put a gate with a Knox box just for fire exit, for fire trucks. But it doesn't provide emergency access, if there was a wreck at the entrance, cars wanted to get out, they wouldn't have the key to the Knox box.
Right.
So that was the comment, I think, at the
Yes,
design review
I
committee
remember
was not to have it gated because it would block, you'd be locked into your neighborhood. Fire trucks could get through the gate, but it wouldn't allow the citizens. So that's where that came from.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You get 1 minute. Only because you asked nicely.
First of all, the connection. We don't have no problem putting a lock thing there, so it's not going to help either one of us. That's just for the fire department. We never had a problem with that. We've already been there. He can't say what's going to happen there because he's never lived there. And like I said, you're putting these small lots in there. The development for him had bigger size homes. We didn't have no rebuttal. We didn't care about it. City council, the alderman asked for a second exit because of all the traffic of them many homes coming out of one exit. What it would cause a bottleneck trying to get out on 165. So those small lots, like I said, like my neighbor said, you bringing in cheaper homes, smaller homes, and depending on what you're building them with. And like I said, he's here, but the owner that's selling it is not here.
Yes, sir.
And I know the history of why it's being sold. I know the history of why it's being sold. Like I said, I've lived in Cypress Crossing the longest. So I was there from the beginning, and bringing those many homes into that space, like my neighbor said, it's gonna be a bunch of concrete. And trying to come through our community or not having that second entrance. I agree, I want a development there. I want some homes there, but I want quality. I don't want quantity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. I have one question. You made a comment, I think, about parking. Is it on-street parking?
It's off-street parking. That's
off-street.
That's the point of the size of the lots and the setback.
Okay, thank you. That's all. I just wanted to make sure I heard that right. All right, any other comments? Because we're going to vote. Would you please call the roll? And remember, everybody listen a minute, we're a recommending body, so no matter how we vote, this still goes to the city council, okay? Would you call the roll, please?
Banks?
No.
Foster?
No.
Pierce?
No.
Robinson?
I have to say no.
Chambers?
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Phillips?
No.
Glasgow?
No.
And Chairman White?
No, it did not pass, and you'll have to get
Thank you for your
with the
time.
city alderman, and thank you for your time, and thanks for everyone being professional. All right. All right, if y'all want to stay, you can.
We're gonna serve barbecue here.
But you don't have to. All right, Mr. Chambers.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, item 11 is this is the, John, that item did not pass. This is the Design Review Committee's comment on that item. How do I dispose of it? Okay, so these conditions would apply if they approve. Got it. Got it. Yeah, so if city council approves, when we denied, this would apply. SD 2025-42, Highway 165 subdivision preliminary plat to allow a development of single-family homes located on south of Highway 165, west of Cypress Crossing subdivision. Design Review Committee met, considered the item above, and items 1 through 12 in subsections, and the applicant approved, agreed to all those, and the Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, but I've got a question.
Yes?
Well, it's going to be, so what we're voting on is if city council approves it, then they have to follow these rules.
Correct.
If city council doesn't approve it, then this goes away.
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, does everybody understand that? Okay. All right, so with that, all in favor? We have a motion and a second.
Did you say second?
I did, I think I did second.
We have 2 seconds. Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that part passed.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Mr. Chambers.
Item 13 is SD 2025-46, Granthanis replat lots G1 and G2, Block 95, to allow construction of single-family homes at 4901 Coral Street. Applicants are present. Agreed to items 1 through 11 in subsections. The Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Didn't we skip one? We skipped Hearts.
I'm
Okay, I'm okay with
46 and
that.
47. I think y'all skipped 45.
Oh, we skipped 45.
We skipped that.
Okay, it's stuck. It's stuck. I'm sorry, it's stuck together.
It's
We
okay.
skipped 45.
It's not a problem.
Item 12 is,
Right here.
I got it. Item 12, SD 2025-45, Hearts Edition, Lot 3R, 4A, 4B, 5R, 6A, 7A, and 7B, replat to allow construction of single-family homes at 1901 Frank Street. The applicant is present. Agreed to items 1 through 11 in subsections. The Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Any comments from anyone?
Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Foster.
I noticed in the description, it gives all the lots here. It only covers 7 lots, but on the plan, there are 8 lots. It looks like 6B was eliminated from the description.
On my description?
Well, the description for this.
It was probably
title
my
of it.
description.
Oh, okay.
Clerical error.
Yep. Hard to get good help these days.
Got to check the checkers. It's a clerical error, and they will include it in the
Oh,
file.
I understand. I just want to make sure that it's come back and haunt us.
Okay, so we're
I'll take it to
including
council if
6B.
I need
Yeah,
to.
we're
What's
including it.
that?
I'll take it to city council if I need to get 8 lots.
Good luck. All right, so we're including 6B, so we have a motion, we have a second to include 6B. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You passed.
Thank you.
Item 13,
Your turn.
SD 2025-46, Granthanis Edition, replat lots G1 and G2, Block 95, to allow construction of single-family homes at 4901 Coral Street. Applicant was present. Agreed to items 1 through 11 in subsections. Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Do we have any comments from commissioners? Do we have any comments from the audience? Do we have any comments from the applicant? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You passed.
Item 14 is SD 2025-47, Lasker's second edition, replat 5R and 6R to allow construction of single-family homes at 1500 Nana Street. The applicant is present. Agreed to items 1 through 12 in subsections. Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments from anyone? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? You passed.
Item 15, SD 2025-48, Argenta Edition, Lot 1R, Block 43, replat site plan review to allow construction of mixed-use building at 718 North Magnolia Street. The applicant was present. Agreed to items 1 through 12 in subsections, and the Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Name and address.
Roger Coburn, 5 Trier Court, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Thank you very much. We have a motion and a second. Any comments? All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
And item 16 is SD 2025-51, DeWaffle Baker Lot 1, site plan review for a building expansion at 6800 DeWaffle Baker Lane. Applicant was present, agreed to items 1 through 10 in subsections. The Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You passed.
Thank you.
Thanks for your patience today. We could have put you first if you would have just asked. All right, do we have any other?
Item 17 is SD 2025-31, Willow Beach Bay revised preliminary plat located at 14103 Willow Beach Road to allow the creation of pipe stem lots. Applicant was present, agreed to items 1 through 10 in subsections. The Design Review Committee recommends approval.
Second.
Name and address, please.
Mike Marler, 5318 John F. Kennedy Boulevard.
Thank you very much. We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passed.
By the way, Steve, I heard your comment there that all we have to do is request to be the first item on the agenda.
Yeah,
So
but you
anytime
know-
I submit something, I request from here on out that I'm
No, I was
first.
just kidding. Especially, now the guy beforehand, it
Attorney
would've been all
heard
right.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Public comment area. Does anybody have any public comment? I have a little bit of public comment. I have to wait for the city attorney. On public comment, this public comment on the issue that we had on whether we should do it this way or that way, what I'd like in the future is from y'all a recommendation, since we kind of got the cart in front of the horse on that, on whether we should even heard it in the first place today, on that.
Just caught off guard as you were on.
Okay.
What was going on, so that was, I was trying not to have another meeting.
Yeah. I was going to do a phone meeting. Yeah. No, I appreciate the input because, you know, I mean, I get stumped and I was stumped on what to do and to also be legal in whatever we did.
My quick, you know, try to not have another meeting.
I thought it
and
was a
not
great
let
idea. Yeah.
Let city council, I'm pretty sure that the traffic study is going to solve
The problem anyway. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to leave the mayor a good 10. Oh, thank you very much. All right, with that, do we have a
Move to
motion?
adjourn.
Second.
Do what?
No, in the meeting.
Oh,
That's fine. I got a question after.
okay. We have a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank y'all very much for your patience today with me.